Double-stranded. Very good. Front row. Team B, what is the structure of RNA? Double or single? So team C, now one thing, do you know of any double-stranded RNA virus? In the first chapter where please keep quiet. Maintain some decorum now. If I see anyone talking, I'll send you out. And I really don't feel good in sending you out. It's not a good feeling to, deprive the child of attendance, especially when they've come right in the morning. In the first chapter where viral morphology was covered, it was told rotavirus is one such example. So you have to remember, it belongs to the family Rheoviridae, and this is an extremely important MCQ also, that the genetic material is a double-stranded RNA. So at the end of the session, the students will be able to understand the different agents causing gastroenteritis, and mostly rotavirus is the most important. So morphology, classification, pathogenesis, lab diagnosis and treatment of rotavirus diarrhea. Team B, a question for you. Are you attentive? What is the treatment of any viral diarrhea? Do we have a treatment for viral diarrhea? No, we have no treatment. So what is the main modality of treatment? Just supportive treatment. So you have to support the patient, maintain the hydration, and let the patient immune system only take care of the viral diarrhea. It will disappear on its own only. But if you don't care of the hydration, you have to understand the most common age group affected in rotavirus diarrhea is young children and infants. So can you understand how precarious the condition can be? So if you don't care of the hydration, it can easily lead to a high rate of morbidity and mortality. Yeah. So this is one table. If you remember this, you'll answer most of your questions. So what is the genome in rotavirus? Team A. Louder, everyone together. RNA. And there are two groups, group A and group B. So group A, it is the most common cause of severe endemic diarrheal illness in children worldwide. There's another group B. So this is not important for your theory, but maybe in MCQs when you appear for your pre-PG. There's a group B also which causes outbreak of diarrhea in adults in China. But in India, what we have to know? In infants and young adults. Then what are the other causes of diarrhea? So your long question would be like, what are the various viral etiological causes of diarrhea, or what are the causes of diarrhea? So when it comes to causes of gastroenteritis, you will say bacterial, viral, fungal and protozoal. In the virus, you will name all these viruses. So one is rotavirus. What are the other viruses, team C? Number 2 is calicivirus. Very nice. Team B, third one. Astrovirus. Astro means what? Star. So it is known as astrovirus because the morphology is star-like. And number 4, team A, adenovirus. Which types? Type 40 and 41. This is an MCQ question. You have to know the types also in adenovirus, because adenovirus has a lot of manifestations. It can infect, actually any system of the body. So there are various types, and you have to know which type is involved there. Yeah. So can you once again say the names of the viruses? Team A. Everyone together. Second, third, and fourth. Yes. So adeno is the second most common cause of endemic diarrheal illnesses in infants and young children worldwide. And amongst adults, which is the most common virus? बेटा लिखा है ना adults में norovirus. In older children and adults? Yes. So rotavirus once again. No mumbling, please. Anyone who is not interested can please leave. So it's the most common cause of diarrheal illness in children, and it belongs to the family Rheoviridae. I'm going to do a few MCQs. I've got MCQs also, so please be attentive in the class. The size, though, I'm sure you will not remember, but remember the symmetry. It has an icosahedral symmetry, and this structure is very important. There are a few viruses in virology where you have to know the structure, like astrovirus is star-shaped. The shape of rotavirus is also peculiar. Like you have a few other viruses also, like rabies virus. What is the shape of rabies virus? Anyone? I'm sure you have covered this in your 10+2 when you gave your NEET entrance exam. This is covered. I know because my son also gave it. He knows it. What can I say? So it possesses a double-stranded RNA as the genetic material and it has 11 segments. The shape is very peculiar. It has a triple layered structure and it has spokes coming out of the capsid. तो wheel shaped क्यों कह रहे हैं? उसमें से spokes बाहर निकल रहे होते हैं. Clear? And it is important to know this. Why? Because immune electron microscopy is a diagnostic modality which is used for this virus. So question would be like, say 10-month-old baby complains of severe diarrhea, and what would you like to do in such a case? In India, we do not have access to immune electron microscopy, but in the Western world, it is fairly commonly used, and there the shape of the virus is very peculiar and it is very easily seen because in a viral diarrhea, the viral load is very high. And amongst the viral proteins, you have to know that VP6 is group specific. This could be a MCQ, not for theory, not very important for theory. So team C, last row, third boy from right. Please get up. What is the shape of rotavirus? Next boy. Next. Second last row, fourth boy from right. What is the genetic material of rotavirus? Please sit down. So team A, what is the genetic material? So traditionally there are several major types and the most common cause is type A. It's group A. It is important to know because in HIV, the question would be like, which is the most common HIV found in India? So usme team A, it's not A. Everywhere the answer is not A. You have to remember this. It's a tricky question. So group A for rotavirus. Then there are other systems of classification also. This we can probably let it go. Not very important at UG level. Pathogenesis. It is transmitted. All the diarrhea cases. Excuse me. Please stand up. Please leave. You have your mobile, na? So go and see mobile outside. I'm not angry. Please leave. So it is transmitted by fecal. Please leave. It is transmitted by fecal-oral route. I'm telling you, anybody who's not interested, please leave. I need some discipline and decorum in my class because I take a lot of initiative in preparing this lecture. So I'm telling you very honestly, please leave. No need to sit. I'll give you attendance. I'm anyway not checking your attendance. So your friends can mark for you. Transmitted by a fecal-oral route, and then they progress further to destroy the enterocytes of the small intestine. They multiply in the cytoplasm and they cause they multiply in the cytoplasm and they damage the transport mechanisms leading to secretory diarrhea. तो डायरिया भी दो तीन तरह के होते हैं. डायरिया की क्लासिफिकेशन है, वो आपको आई एम श्योर पहली क्लास में पढ़ाई गई होगी. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू रिपीट इट. इन्फ्लेमेटरी डायरिया, सिक्रीटरी डायरिया, कई तरह के होते हैं. तो ये सिक्रीटरी डायरिया है. यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस. Incubation period is short. It is just 1 to 3 days. It has an abrupt onset vomiting followed by watery diarrhea, fever and abdominal pain. Recovery usually occurs in majority, but a few children may suffer from severe loss of electrolytes and fluids leading to dehydration. So as I told you before even starting my lecture, the main modality of treatment is taking care of hydration. Last two rows, please be attentive if you want to sit here. I'll keep on asking questions. So as I've told you multiple times now, it's a single most cause of gastroenteritis in young children. In temperate climate, group A rotavirus causes, see in our country, usually it is not seasonal. It can be seen anytime, but in temperate countries, cooler months more common. Now we come to lab diagnosis. So let's talk about lab diagnosis. Let's discuss it on our own. So number one is, what is this sample that you would like to collect? Stool sample you would like to collect. Any other sample that you can think of, team B? Huh? Let's be interactive. Please think about this because every viral illness will have the same lab diagnosis. What other sample would you like to collect, team B? Team C? So if you cannot cultivate an organism, what is the alternative modality? Is my speed okay? Are you all comfortable with my language? तो यदि आपको so what is the alternative regimen of this thing diagnosis? How do you diagnose this alternatively if you cannot cultivate? यदि आप ग्रो नहीं कर पा रहे हो किसी ऑर्गेनिज्म को, तो और किस तरीके से आप माइक्रो में डायग्नोसिस दे सकते हो, बताओ. टीम सी, सीरोलॉजी. वेरी नाइस. सो सीरोलॉजी में हम क्या करते हैं? या तो हम एंटीजन को दिखाएंगे या एंटीबॉडी को दिखाएंगे. यदि एंटीजन प्रेजेंट है इसका मतलब इन्फेक्शन है. यदि एंटीबॉडी प्रेजेंट है तो उसमें क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है? एन एलिवेटेड लेवल ऑफ एंटीबॉडीज इज इंपॉर्टेंट, और ऑल्टरनेटिवली यू कैन डेमोन्स्ट्रेट एन इंक्रीजिंग टाइटर ऑफ एंटीबॉडीज, है ना. सी, जब भी कोई भी इन्फेक्शन होता है तो पहले क्या होएगा? एंटीजन एंटर करेगा बॉडी में, तो एंटीजन तो मिल ही जाएगा, but then the body will respond by forming antibodies. So if you take the serum in the early part of infection, would you have a high level of antibodies? No, you will not have. So, but if you take one sample after 2 days and another sample after 7 days, then what would happen? The body is responding by increasing the level of antibodies. So these are the two modalities. या तो आप दिखा दें कि जी एंटीजन प्रेजेंट है, या आप दिखा दें एंटीबॉडीज प्रेजेंट है और वो बढ़ रही हैं. So that means the patient has that infection. Am I clear? And rotavirus में one important thing another that which you have to remember is immune electron microscopy, जिसमें कि आप रोटावायरस को demonstrate कर सकते हैं. Team B, second last row, no, last row, second boy from right. No, I said right. I will reach to till you because anyway nobody will answer. So, हाँ जी, second boy from right. सीधे हाथ से दूसरा लड़का, ब्लैक शर्ट, प्लीज गेट अप. क्या शेप थी इसकी? वेरी गुड, शाबाश. कितनी लेयर्स थी? इट हैड अ ट्रिपल लेयर्ड स्ट्रक्चर, मल्टीपल लेयर्स यू कैन रिमेंबर. So multiple layers, very good, sit down. It has a wheel shaped like structure. So now let's come to lab diagnosis proper. So number 1 is direct detection of the virus. Feces collected early in the illness is the most ideal specimen. Immune electron microscopy will show you the typical shape of the virus. Isolation is always a difficult thing in virology. In bacteriology, it's very simple. Suppose if the question was like, suppose we are discussing Salmonella or Shigella gastroenteritis, then our most important modality would have been culturing the bacteria. क्योंकि वो overnight incubation में grow ही कर जाता, but virus तो नहीं grow करेगा ना. It is very difficult. It is only possible in research laboratories. So we usually don't indulge in isolation. This is the shape of the virus. Can you see spoke-like structures coming from it? Third boy, please stop talking. Last row, don't talk. Then number 2 is, as Rakshit said, serology is the good modality. तो या तो आप एंटीजन दिखा दें या एंटीबॉडी दिखा दें. And if you are not doing this, what is the third modality of diagnosis in microbiology? Molecular methods. तो इसमें क्योंकि RNA genetic material, तो कौन सा PCR करेंगे? RT-PCR. What is the full form of RT-PCR? Reverse transcriptase PCR. Very good. So for all viruses which have RNA as a genetic material, we do RT-PCR. And then you can do typing, but that's for academic interest, not for diagnosis. And treatment, it is mainly supportive to correct the loss of water and electrolytes. Now prevention is important. There is a vaccine available. एक live, दो तरह की live attenuated virus vaccines हैं इसमें, जो कि बहुत easily available हैं, orally दी भी जाती हैं, and 3 doses are given at 6 and 14 weeks. DPT और OPV के साथ में National Immunization Schedule, I don't know आपको कितना याद है कितना नहीं, पर 6, 10 and 14 weeks पे DPT और OPV मिलती है हमारे नेशनल शेड्यूल में, तो उसके साथ ही इसको दिया जाता है. एंड पहले जो वैक्सीन हुआ करती थी, रोटावायरस वैक्सीन, इनफैक्ट दिस कैन बी MCQ. आई डोंट नो आप कितना है, लेकिन व्हेन वी वर प्रिपेयरिंग, हम लोग के टाइम पे एक MCQ हुआ करता था, विच वैक्सीन इज मोस्ट कॉमनली इन्वॉल्व विद इंटरसेप्शन एज अ साइड इफेक्ट. तो उसमें आंसर होता था रोटावायरस. तो जो न्यूअर जनरेशन ऑफ वैक्सीन है, लाइव अटेन्यूएटेड वैक्सीन है, interception has not been reported. So it's important to know this thing now. तो कौन सी वैक्सीन है? लाइव अटेन्यूएटेड रोटावायरस वैक्सीन. Prevention, general measures to improve hygiene and sanitation and contact precautions. What are the other agents? Norwalk, Sapovirus, adeno, astro, and sometimes respiratory viruses can also have diarrhea as a presentation. So let's talk about family Caliciviridae. It has four genera. I'm not going to discuss all that. Just remember genus Norovirus. Third row, second boy and first boy, please stand up. What is so important? Is it your mobile? Please go out then. So if you have to read that, why are you sitting here? Read your literature. So genus Norovirus includes the Norwalk virus, and Sapovirus has this. You don't have to know, not very common in India. Lab diagnosis and treatment are similar to that of rotavirus, and they are not cultivable. So Norwalk virus is the most important cause in adults. Adenovirus, second most common. All this I have told is just a repetition. Astro has a star-like morphology and causes sometimes outbreaks. So now the questions. Team A, it's a very important, very simple question. So this won't count. Most common cause of viral gastroenteritis? Team B, oh, Team B, what is the most important cause in adults? So ये भी simple ही है. But I have a few more questions now.